All right, should you do the ketogenic diet? Let me ask you a question. Are you doing it for medical reasons? Are you doing it for fat loss or weight loss? Really matters. If it's medical reasons, then you got to follow you got to be very strict and you got to really commit to it. You got to get extremely educated on it. If you're doing it for weight loss, then ask yourself this question. Do you plan on doing it forever? Or is your goal to come off the diet and maintain your results? And this all matters a lot because I find so many people that do the ketogenic diet, they do it for weight loss, not for medical reasons. It's been studied for 100 years, primarily for medical reasons. And they don't have a plan coming off of it. That's why you probably need a good coach and somebody that can teach you and help you understand how do you live your life when you get there. So I did the diet for 15 years for medical reasons. I now no longer follow diet. I just drink ketones. It's what I do. It makes it way simpler and I follow kind of a hybrid diet. Now I've been able to keep my physique because I've been following a really good health plan that's worked really well for me that I learned over the years. And so if you're coming off the ketogenic diet, you have to ask yourself a question, especially if you got results. Let's say you lost 50 pounds on a ketogenic diet. Well, that tells us that you do pretty well with low carb. You do pretty well with less calories. So you got to still find a way to find out what's the appropriate amount of carbs you should be eating and how many calories you should maintain. Also, when you start eating back to regular food, whatever that looks like for you, are you still doing physical activity? Maybe you start eating more of a regular diet, but you have to add exercise to offset the differences of some of these things you're adding back. You have to kind of think about it in a bigger picture rather than going, that diet didn't work for me. I gained it all back. Well, no shit. You didn't do anything. You went from the diet back to your old crappy life. And guess what? That doesn't work. You've already proved that doesn't work. So don't blame a diet for not working because you're not thinking through the whole process. And get a coach that can help you teach you what you need to do on and off and how do you transition appropriate. Now, unfortunately, there's not many good coaches out there, so you're kind of limited by who you can choose. There's probably about 7 or 8 that are probably really any good. But hey, at least you know where we're at. Cheers.